Alright, so this lesson we're going to be going over functions, but more specifically how to create your own functions. Now, we already learned what a function is previously, but I'll just gloss over what it is, just in case you guys missed it. So, to make our function, I'm just going to make a function that's going to add two numbers together. We use this def keyword, which is short for define. This is just going to create the function for us to use. And then after def, you type the name of your function, so I'm just going to call it add num. And we're setting the parameters of the function, which it decides what arguments our function is going to take. So in this case, I'm just going to do num1, num2, because I need two numbers. I just want to add them together. And then after you type your parameters in these parentheses, you need to type a colon. And then once you click enter, all this code below that is in your function, it should be indented. Now, if you remember a function, it's just code that's designed to be repeated over and over again. So all I really need in this function is a return statement, which if you remember, it returns data back to where the function was called. So I'm just going to type return num1 plus num2. And then now after this, my function looks good and it's created. So now I'm going to actually run it. So I'll just type print add num, and I'll add 9 and 8. And now let's run it. So it gave me 17, which is 9 plus 8. Now this example of a function was pretty rudimentary. A lot of times there's a lot bigger functions, and your functions don't always need to return something. They don't always need to have parameters either. You can have so for example, I could just get rid of these. I could just make a new function here. I could say def, and then, or def print name, and then I don't need to set parameters at all. I don't even have a return statement. I could just do print hello, and then I go out here and run print name. And it just prints out hello. And another thing I wanted to tell you guys about is something called the global keyword. So this kind of has to deal with like the scope of variables, which is kind of like the area that they can be used in. So if I have num here, I'll set num equal to 60, and then I'll make a function called change num. And then in this function, I'll just set num equal to 72. And then now I'm gonna run this change num function, and then I'm just gonna, I don't need this colon there, then I'm just gonna print num. Now, see, if we run it, we get 60 down here, but this number should have been changed to 72. This is because the variables, this num variable scope, it's not in this function right now. So to do this, we go in the function and we type global and then the variable name. So num. And now this is a global variable, so it can be changed from within all of these functions. So that was it for functions. The next lesson is going to talk about lists, which are pretty important in Python.